Okie doke, welcome back again to the Tuesday show. There's plenty of game news as well.
Yes, lots of stuff going on.
Indeed.
And one of my most anticipated games,
Yeah.
Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator. Lots of announcements going on this weekend. So some people, I'm not sure what the deal was, but I don't know if they got access to an early arcade board, but there was a bunch of streams where they were streaming some Revelator footage.
Yeah.
And going over like all of Jack O's basic moves and Johnny's stuff. And I don't know, did you get a chance to watch a lot of that?
I watched not a lot of it, I wouldn't say, but I did watch a good maybe 20 minutes of various footage.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to start and just Johnny, he looks so cool. Like just seeing him in the game and seeing him move and seeing just Johnny is just back, like, dude,
You think he's that cool, huh?
I'm just so excited for that because it's just like he was the character that I used. He was the character that I got used to.
Yeah.
And so just, oh man. And dude, he looks so good.
Yeah, I heard that.
Like some of the stuff that they gave him. So like one of the things that you did with Johnny is every single character, this is one of the reasons why I couldn't play Guilty Gear was because it's so different. It's like every character had a different combo in the corner that you hit him with a certain sequence with a certain timing so that when you do Ensenga in the air, the first hit hits them and the second hit whiffs. The first hit is untechable. The second hit is not.
I see.
And that was a big deal because basically if you hit him with Ensenga and he got both hits, they would flip an air dash out of the corner. If you hit him with one hit, they fell in the corner and you just got all this pressure, right?
Sure.
Dude, his Divine Blade in the air just does that for you now. It just grounds you on the floor, and it looks like it's super easy to end his air combos with it. So it's just like air combo, and with this on the ground. And I was like, geez, this looks really good.
That's cool.
But it's Johnny again, and he just looks so cool. I'm like,
All right.
totally psyched for this character, and I can't wait because Xrd came out, I couldn't find a character. I couldn't find a character, and I wanted to get into the game so much. When Johnny's out, dude, I'm just like, some of his combos that I saw were just ridiculous, and his Destroy was just like so cool.
His Destroy was pretty cool. I saw that.
Yeah.
For my part, I wanted to try out Xrd, and I did.
Right.
But I had sort of a more severe character crisis than I think you did. Because I don't have the history with Guilty Gear.
Right.
I played XX for like a month.
Right.
When it came out a billion years ago. So I was interested in playing it, but I wasn't like married to playing it.
Right.
You know? So when I didn't find a character that I thought was fun, I was just like, I'll keep playing whatever game I'm playing. No big deal. For this one though, I really am interested in Jacko. She just looks like a really unique, weird, interesting character. Lots of setups, interesting mobility, really interesting pressure and space control, and just a lot of cool ideas, So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, if people didn't get to watch a lot of the videos, she literally puts out 3 different minion types. She creates home base that spawns minions.
Yeah.
And the base has its own life meter.
Yeah.
The minions have their own life meter.
You can hit them.
Yeah, and they have 3 different ones out there. So you can go like punch, kick, slash. And then all of a sudden you have all 3 different minions running out there.
There's an air one, there's a ground one, there's a sort of mid one.
Yeah, there's one that just basically attacks kind of in the air, but then there's one that only attacks and shoots a bullet if you go above it, is what it is. It's like if you jump, then it shoots a homing bullet at you or something like that.
Okay.
But dude, so with that ability, like I've already seen some crazy combos. I think you retweeted one where someone was just like planting things and just like, so with all that freedom to like plant all those minions and the freedom of Roman cancels, dude, people like, I can already tell Arc System Works is taking a big risk with this character.
Dude, it's obvious. It's obvious.
Like they're just putting it out there and go, let's see what people can do.
Yeah.
Because there could be some crazy things coming up.
Like the footage that I saw, where once she gets all 3 of those things out and has the opponent in the corner, they're just pressing buttons on the opponent, and she can still move around and do stuff, and she can explode them.
Yeah, she can like trigger self-destruct.
Yeah,
and
she blows up too if she's close.
Right, except she has a move that absorbs projectiles. So like she has this move that absorbs projectiles, so you can see him when he throws gunflame. It just like sucks the gunflame, and she's like whatever, and it also absorbs her own explosions.
Interesting.
I was like, damn. damn! Oh my god, that seems so good. But yeah, she looks really neat. She looks really, really neat. Definitely not how I expected it to go. Because just when you see from the first artwork, you just think she's going to attack you with the little pumpkin chain, or be like Green Goblin and throw pumpkins at you and stuff like that. Nope. She throws out goons all day. So yeah, she looks really interesting. So
she is definitely a weird character. So I'm interested in how she turns out. You know, when Xrd first came out, I remember thinking sort of the same about Ramlethal, and then it turned out that she just didn't play like that.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's not the case for Jacko.
Right. I really hope that she does play a true zoning game. Because as various as all the characters have been in Guilty Gear, Rushdown has always been kind of the preferred MO in that game. Okay. There hasn't been a lot of keep away characters. Maybe Venom, but Venom even still got you in the corner and locked you down with pool balls all day. If Jacko can be like the true zoner, I think that would be really, really sick. It's going to be frustrating as hell to fight against this character once people get good at her, I bet. But it should be pretty interesting. So
agreed.
I still think that the coolest thing is that two Jackos that the goons fight each other.
That is cool.
I just think that's so funny.
That is cool.
So amazing.
They make these little noises that are amusing. That's cool.
But yeah, super hyped for that. And again, like I said, just Johnny. Oh gosh, I'm just so excited for Johnny. It's so funny too, because like when Johnny used to hit you with this super, it always put him on the left. That's why the screen always flashed white, and then when they reappeared, Johnny was always on the left.
Even if you started,
you started on the right, just because he drew a J, and they just didn't want to mirror image the J. I don't know if it's just because it's 3D that they have a little more freedom. It's not sprite tied now, so now they have it so that it doesn't matter. And I just thought that was actually kind of funny because I saw a super hit from the right side and he stayed on the right side. I was like, interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah,
cool to notice that kind of thing.
I haven't been this excited for a fighting game character in a long time. So
sweet.
But another cool thing is that, you know, along with announcing Jam that they at Arc Revo last week, they announced that the next Guilty Gear character is going to come down to a vote. And it's going to be an in-game vote in Japan arcade only. I don't know exactly how it works, but it's like arcade players, when they do something in the arcade, they have a chance to vote on which character is coming up next. So I don't know, like, if there's just a set list of characters or if you can write in whoever you want or whatever like that. But all I know is that everybody should vote for Biken. So put Biken in the game, please. Biken. Yeah, I know a lot of people are saying that Bridget's probably going to win. So yeah, I can see that.
That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I'm actually surprised that not a lot of people have been talking about Dizzy, because Dizzy has an in-game model already in the story mode, like Johnny did.
Right.
And so everyone was like, Johnny's going to be in there, and sure enough, here comes Johnny. And then it was like,
that's a good point.
And then here comes Jam. It's like, wait, where's Dizzy? Dizzy has an in-game model. So.
Oh, that's true.
And then the last thing as well is that when Xrd launches in the arcade, I'm not sure, I don't remember what the date is about this is, but apparently Arc System Works promises significant announcement during Guilty Gear Xrd Revelator's launch event.
Okay.
So that's all they said. So
now, is it with respect to Guilty Gear Xrd?
Nobody knows, actually.
It's not even that specific.
In fact, some people are saying that, you know, Arc System Works' desire to create a brand new franchise, you know, who knows what's going to happen. So maybe...
Wow.
You know what actually would be sick, though? What if they announced a Guilty Gear Cross Blaze Blue Cross Persona game?
That would be super cool.
Dude, if they did that, like...
And you could, like, make a groove and stuff.
Dude, if they had grooves...
I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah, I know. Dude, that would be so sick.
That would be super cool.
That would be super sick. So, okay.
I don't know why I don't even say.
Okay. Oh, some people are actually saying the announcement is the vote.
Oh.
Is that what it is? Oh, interesting. Okay. So I found these. I found these news items, I guess, in backwards order. Then.
Oh yeah, it says all the festivities will be broadcast August 24th.
I
mean, because it's out.
Okay. There you go. My bad. Damn, we psyched ourselves up.
Like
for
I
two
said,
reasons.
I don't know why we even bothered.
Yeah,
with that.
I know.
Anyway, let's move on to the next thing.
Okay. My apologies, everybody. My apologies. I guess I should farm through like the news stories in time order instead of backwards.
That makes sense.
Because I go through my pages and stuff like that. So, all right, cool. Well, speaking of crazy announcements,
Yeah.
there's an announcement of an announcement.
Okay.
So apparently Capcom is preparing a Street Fighter V announcement for PAX Prime. And this is, of course, just based off of a Yoshinori Ono tweet. He says, we're making preparations, we're making preparations, something announcement for SFV at PAX Prime 2015 in next week, winky face.
2 exclamation points.
2 exclamation points, yes. So
Yeah.
there you go.
Well, we'll see what it is. It seemed like a pretty good bet anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like they're using all these events for character announcements.
Yeah, it does.
It's actually really interesting. Did you see someone tweeted out like a video where someone had like some crazy conspiracy theory that Capcom actually has like 32 characters that they're making right now, and
No.
that based on who gets leaked, they're going to withhold them and release other ones to combat leaks. Like someone had some crazy conspiracy theory
That would
about
be
that
pretty
or something.
cool.
Like, it'd be pretty funny if that's actually what they were doing.
We'll never know.
That's true, because we can't get anything out of Peter and Nidell.
No, we tried.
Oh, man.
But cool. All right, so look for that. That's coming next
This
week.
weekend. Yeah,
28th
this
to the
weekend.
31st. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
Yep. And speaking of, we talked about the Pokken Invitational, so they did announce that the game will be coming to Wii U in spring 2016, so it'll be coming to the home system. It's probably an obvious reason why the arcade machine is with the pad controllers, because they want people to get used to that, so that when they bring it for home, it'll only be, so people will be used to the pad already. But the other thing is, I forgot who was it who suggested it. Was it the Rapture who suggested like someone should do a Smash Brothers, Splatoon, and Pokken event like next year after Pokken
Make
comes
that
out?
Nintendo Bank.
Yeah, make it
Yup.
like an all Nintendo game esports major or
That
something
sounds
like
cool to
that.
me.
Dude, I'd be so down for that. I'd be so down. So, yeah. But
With a picture of the wrestling Pikachu, whatever it was called.
Pikachu Libre. Yes. And then, of course, for those of you who have been keeping track, Rising Thunder just continues to keep putting out updates.
Sure, it's just an alpha build, so there's going to be plenty of stuff still coming, I'm sure.
Yeah, and the cool thing about it is a lot of the updates are small, little balance changes here and there. They're already gathering data for that. But also, it's them just testing out a lot of different special move variations. Last week, I think we talked about the new missile that Vlad was getting. And they even said in their notes, like, we don't even know if this is going to be broken or not. Like, we just want to put this out and see how it goes.
Yeah.
Well, this week, it seems like the main changes came to Chell and Talos. And Chell got slightly nerfed, and they even had a message out there that was saying, like, look, we know she's not the best character. We're just trying to make it so that beginners have a better time against this character, but we're not nerfing any of her high-level strategies. So we'll see if that actually plays out, as they said.
I played against Chell earlier, and the fact that her crouching H, it has less of a range. It definitely is noticeable.
Yeah, because that thing hit far, and it was cancelable. It was one of the only cancelable sweeps in the game. So yeah, and then they gave Talos an armored anti-air grab.
Yeah, they did. So now Talos has that anti-air grab, right? If you've played the game, you've seen it. Typically, you see it in combos or in hard reads. That's really about it. Because as an anti-air, it was not that great because it got stuffed. It wasn't invincible or armored or anything. Now it's armored. And so...
And it's way faster than towards H.
Much faster than his other options. And even, people started using the instantly armored ground grab as an anti-air.
Yeah.
But there are some characters who can jump from a range such that they can hit Talos, but not land in that command grab's range.
Yeah. Particularly Dauntless. Holy
Dauntless
crap,
can do that, yeah, for sure. Now, all that's out the window because it's very easy. I played him.
Oh, you're right. So you
I tried out
got a chance.
Talos.
Right.
Super easy to anti-air.
Yeah.
I anti-aired a Crow doing neutral jump H, the triple hitting
Oh, yeah.
thing. I anti-aired Dauntless, it was easy. Chell jump early roundhouse.
See,
it was easy. It was just
I feel like it's also gonna help against Vlad when he starts doing fly shenanigans. You're just like, because most of the time when I saw him fly, I would do it, but then his fierce would just hit me before it comes out. Now I'm just gonna be like, grab.
So I think that made him, I think, the best character. I think he's number one.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that change, because the thing about it is I was the only one who never really, like, from what I saw, I don't kinetic advance it a lot. I never used it in combos that much and everything like that. So now I can play the way that I've been playing and just have a solid anti-air. Dude, I think he's gonna be so good. And
he's the best. So
someone even mentioned that like someone did a low H on him because he tried to do a hard read and he absorbed it, and the low H just had enough recovery that he couldn't be punished.
Right, that makes sense.
So it's like, dang.
Yeah. So when I played, I only played a few times against Crow, Dauntless, etc. Talos v Talos. Talos v Talos v Talos v Talos.
Dude, he was popular already.
He was popular already because he's really fun. He's definitely unique compared to the other characters, and he was good. And now he's the best. And I don't know. I don't think he loses to anybody. I don't know why you wouldn't play him. If you have any interest in him in that sort of style of character, but you were like, well, I don't want to deal with jump-ins all the time.
Right.
I don't want to wake up and block all the time, which is what he had to do before these last two buffs. Now, he's the best. Yeah. So I feel like they'll probably, it's just, again, just an alpha.
Yeah, it's going to change for sure. It's going to change for sure.
In the development of every fighting game, what you do is you sort of move around the tiers a little bit, and you sort of mess around with how it is. Oh, this seems too good. This seems a little bit not good enough. Let's move it around. That's what's going on.
I'm just curious how they're going to balance that move. The only way I can see if you balance that move is give it like a 9-second cooldown.
I think they have to do that in general with
with a lot of uppercuts. Yeah. With a lot of uppercuts.
Agreed.
Actually, here's a question. So I've been thinking about this. I don't like one-button uppercuts. I actually just don't like it because you can hold back, you can hold down back, you can uppercut.
That's true.
It's really hard to do meaty overheads, by the way, because all you have to do is hold down back, and if you see them do this, why would you react by going to back instead of react by hitting your uppercut button? Right? I mean, there's no reason to never uppercut or super. Like, I actually think Dauntless has a weakness that when Dauntless charges forward, she flashes blue. So basically, like when I was Edge, I would just sit there, and as soon as she flashed blue, I hit my super button.
As Edge, you can do that for sure.
Yeah, because Edge's super is ridiculous, right? So I was actually thinking, what do you think of this kind of an idea? What if the uppercut behaved the same, but it only had invincibility if you held forward on the controller? Forward and uppercut is the only way you can get invincible uppercut.
It just seems sort of not like an elegant solution, maybe.
Right. But it's just so...
But I get the point.
But if you sit there and go low jab, low jab, low jab, they'd have to stand up to try to uppercut you in between so you could get him, because that was one of the weaknesses of the uppercuts, that you had to stand up instead of hold down back and uppercut, right? So...
that makes sense.
Okay.
I guess for me, I would rather just have a longer cooldown, because I like the idea of having a powerful move that just you don't get to use all the time. Right. That's all.
Okay.
And I think maybe they have to look at, when you use kinetic advance cancels, you lower the cooldown on everything. Maybe that shouldn't happen. Maybe it should only happen on certain moves, not for dragon punches. Maybe only for fireballs or whatever. Some sort of system like that. That's my only sort of system issue with it.
Or maybe you shouldn't. The cooldown should only drain if you cancel that move, because you know how you can uppercut and then cancel something later on and still get the cooldown benefits. Maybe something like that. Or
I just don't want to have too much of safe invincible move canceled. It's just kind of stupid. It's silly. I don't think it's that bad, and I'm certainly used to it from SF4, but it's not ideal. Definitely, it's not ideal. So again, it's an alpha. They'll still figure it out. I definitely have strong faith in the people who are working on that game. Because they've made good stuff in the past.
Yes, exactly. And again, the amount of scrutiny that people are putting into a technical alpha is really kind of a good indication of how playable the game really is right now.
It's very fun.
I mean, this is not even a beta. This is a technical alpha, and a lot of people already have strong thoughts about the game. And
right.
That's, I mean, not, I don't even just mean like opinions about the game, but strong thoughts about balance and this character's so good. Here's the matchup chart.
Right.
Like, it's ridiculous that people are even doing that. But, you know, that's the way it works. So,
did you see my sick Vlad combo in the quarter? Oh, man.
Oh, I didn't see it, but no, but you did the rocket twice, right? Yeah. You did the rocket twice. Yes, yeah. That was pretty sick. Because you kinetic advance canceled to get the cooldown back. Yes.
It was fun.
It's funny, too, because some people are saying, like, remove Edge. I don't even think Edge is that good.
Now I don't. I did think he was when the game came out.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Dash overhead into uppercut going away,
Yeah.
I think was probably the big significant change for Edge.
That's definitely a big one. I think on top of that, though, he just had very easy, super obvious gameplay. Like, there's no... He's not interesting.
Dude,
no offense.
Dude, no, look, I said to you a little bit earlier off stream, like, I played Talos. Dude, he's so much more fun than Edge. Like, I actually get bored playing Edge a little bit because he just I don't feel like I'm doing anything very often. I feel like I'm waiting for my cooldown on my run to come back so I can run again. That's like what I feel like I'm doing when I play Edge. Although I did fight against someone who's using the Fireball one a little bit more, the Fireball variant, which I didn't really like because the cooldown is really long. But I don't use his normal sword blade that often, and the Fireball thing seems like it would make the Talos match better. Because I played the Edge Edge Talos both sides.
Yeah.
When I played Edge against Talos, I felt like that fight was super hard with Edge, right? And then I played Talos, and I played against Edge, and I just felt like the fight was super easy for Talos.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I just wasn't scared of Edge at all. Because I was like, what are you going to do to me? Run overhead me? And you're going to drain this tiny bit of life, and you can't do anything off of it, and you're minus, and you're sitting right next to me? I'm like, come at me, you know? Do it.
Wait, can't he do the little cancel into the sword thing?
Not anymore. They got rid of it.
Oh.
That was one of the nerfs that he got.
I haven't played against Edge in a while. I feel like I never play against him.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like that match is like 6-4 Talos' favor now.
So he can just duck and it doesn't matter?
You just duck, get hit by the overhead, and you're going to lose a tiny chunk of damage.
You don't get super?
You might be able to super. I'd have to see what you can do with that. Yeah, but
duly noted.
Yeah, I just didn't feel like I cared. I was like, you can hit me with like 9 of those, and then I hit you with 1 super by hitting a button, and then you can meter fast in that game, by the way.
Yes, you do.
I fought against a Dauntless who like supered me 3 times in 2 rounds. Just like, jeez.
I think right now...
Oh, so some people are... Oh, okay, I just saw someone say you can super, and then someone else said you can't super.
I see that too.
It's great. Okay, thanks. Yeah, some people are saying you can't super off the overhead anymore, so...
Well, that's stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, I played against Edge a lot when the game came out. Because I think it was because he was just really obvious.
Yeah.
You see him and you're like, oh, this is how I play.
Right.
But I haven't seen him in a while, so...
Yeah, in any case.
My favorite character is Vlad. I think Vlad is... Well, he was the best. Now I think it's Talos. But,
yeah,
Vlad
actually,
is super fun.
From what I've been playing against, I think Vlad is the best character. Like, it's just hands down best character.
That's what I thought.
There's 2 things I feel like that make him super good. Is one, that you can do jump jab into fierce overhead, and then close stand fierce into the flying overhead is a true block stream.
Yeah.
That, I feel like, is what makes him super good. Because basically, if you block fierce, you have to respect. So
high-low.
So here's the thing, right? Getting a cross-up in a lot of games was important, not because it was a left-right mix-up, because in like old Hyper Fighting Super Turbo, you just knew it was going to be a cross-up. You didn't care, right? You just blocked it. But the reason why it was such an advantage was it gave you frame advantage, and frame advantage is super important. So Vlad can basically turn close fierce into frame advantage every single time with flight. And so that's why I feel like he's super good. You just have to respect that. And then he can fly cancel again or do all these little low hits.
Yeah.
And so he always has the frame advantage on you for you blocking that jump fierce. And so,
it's
for that stand fierce.
It's just, it's very good. It's basically Street Fighter 4 the game engine.
Yeah.
But he has a way weirder, more mobile style of movement than anybody does in SF4. So there's no surprise, I think, that he's really good. Damage is really high, stun output's really high, mix-ups are ridiculous.
In a weird way,
anti-air.
In a weird way, I feel like he shouldn't have an anti-air. Like, you know how you can charge that move?
Yeah, honestly, it sucks.
Oh, it has a lot of startup.
It's not invincible.
Oh, it's not invincible.
It just it doesn't lose that often, but it trades all the time.
Oh,
it doesn't have very much range.
Interesting.
It doesn't do that much damage.
Because it still glows orange, which means it has invincibility frames, right?
Maybe it does, but doesn't have a hitbox during that time.
I feel like it should have invincibility only if you charge it fully. I think that might be kind of interesting.
It recovers pretty fast if you charge it fully.
Yeah.
It's just it's not a great DP, but it's
enough for what he has.
It just knocks people down.
Yeah,
even if it trades.
Right.
Who
Exactly.
cares?
So, but again, we're talking about a technical alpha, like it's a game that came out.
Right. I know. Yeah.
And
It's just a fun game.
It's
dude.
just an indication of where it's at right now.
Yeah.
So,
all right. Anyway, let's move on.
Okay. Actually, question for you. Did you get a chance? I saw that you streamed a little early. You did play a little bit of Street Fighter V.
Yes.
Okay.
So the beta is out right now in North America.
Right. Did you get any matches in or anything like that?
I did, in fact.
Oh, okay. How did those go for you?
I got better matches this time than the last time.
Cool.
I said I only had one match last time, and it was kind of crappy in terms of lag.
Right.
This time it was better. There were certainly some that were bad.
Right. Yeah.
In fact, I got a message from one person afterward that was like, "I bet you're not even actually in the U.S."
That's so awesome.
That was awesome.
Dude. That's so awesome.
So I guess that person's in the U.S. is the implication.
Right.
But in general, they were good. A
Okay.
couple were bad. Mostly they were good. It was fun. I played a lot of Ryu because Ryu is a blast.
Dude, he's so fun in this game.
So fun in this game.
He's so fun. Like it's actually scary.
People on Twitter earlier this morning were talking about how they are worried that the game is not going to be that deep, that there's a skill ceiling because it seems relatively simple compared to 4.
Right.
But I just don't think that's the case at all. I just really don't.
Yeah, I have my own thoughts on that. Maybe we can get into it a little bit.
Sure.
But
we can do it later or we can do it now.
So I remember that I bought Guilty Gear Plus R from Japan.
Okay.
On my PS3. So I was like, wait a minute, I have a Japanese PS account. So like I streamed all the Splatoon on Saturday, and then like I was like, I'm gonna go to sleep. And then at 3 a.m. I went and tried to log into the Japanese beta.
Oh wow.
With my Japanese account, and I got it to work.
Oh nice.
So I actually streamed 3 hours of Street Fighter V from 3 to 6 a.m.
You were playing across Pacific Ocean?
Yes, across the Pacific Ocean.
Wow.
And I literally played until like the light came up, dude. It was pretty crazy, but it was really fun. I really enjoyed it.
Who'd you use?
Everybody. Nice. I switched between like as many characters. The only characters I didn't play were... Actually, I think Birdie might have been the only character that I didn't play.
Birdie was there?
Yeah, Birdie was there. They showed up partway through. In fact, Cammy and Birdie are there now in the U.S.
Oh, they
as well.
showed up. Okay.
Some people were saying like that. So it was actually super fun. I had some great matches, but dude, half those people that I was playing against, I swear, weren't from Japan. You know, I just really didn't think a lot of them were from Japan. Like someone joked on the stream chat, if you ever see JP or JPN in their name, it's probably because they created a separate Japanese account. You know,
dude, I did that.
Yeah,
that's
same.
What mine's called. Yeah, you're right.
Mine's jchensor JPN, dude. So, but I actually had some great matches. You know, even if it was overseas or maybe not.
Right. Yeah.
But dude, like obviously, I did have some matches that were just like. The way that I joked about it before on stream, it was like some of the matches that I had looked like, you know, those horror movies where the monsters don't move right, like it's like splicing between two foot. Yeah, I had some matches that were
had some
terrible.
like that too.
Yeah. It was really bad. But yeah, it was I had a blast. I had a blast playing it. It was super cool. It felt fun.
Yeah.
It's honestly because outside of the time that we played with Combo Fiend, I have not played against people. I didn't play it at E3. I haven't played it at any of the events that we've gone to. During the first beta, I played one guy. So outside of all of that, this was the first time that I actually got a chance to sit down and play against a bunch of people and stuff like that. And dude, Ryo's really good.
Ryu's really good.
He's so good, dude. Everything that... Because he has that chain combo, which is strong, fierce, roundhouse. every combo needs to end with that sequence because it just does the most damage. So like I was doing counter crush, max distance stand, roundhouse, dash up, jab, strong, fierce roundhouse. I was getting like 350 damage off of a crush counter from like far away stand roundhouse.
Interesting.
I was like, holy crap, this does a lot of damage.
You know what I did?
What's that?
Well, Alien found it, but what I also did was stand strong, walk forward, stand short, hurricane.
But see, now that's a one-frame link.
It actually was not that bad.
You don't think so?
I did it many times.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
because easier than I thought it would be.
I was having trouble getting it to work
really?
most of the time. Yeah, I could get it maybe like 1 out of 8 times.
I had it like 4 times in a row.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
there you go.
Maybe it was just the luck of that one time. I don't know. But,
Oh, okay. Yeah, but I also saw Alioun tweeted. No, somebody tweeted something out about a bunch of changes that are in like a version or something like that, or at like Gamescom. Yeah. I saw something about that saying that like everybody's light into mediums are all gone.
Yeah. It was for the latest build.
Yeah. So if that's the case, then my combo of jab into strong with Ryu is just not going to work anymore. You know?
Yeah. So that list created some controversy. I don't have it in front of me, but that was probably the biggest one. There were some character things as well. That though. Kara throws gone apparently.
Right. Well, Chun-Li was the only one that had a decent one.
Yeah, that's what they said.
And it was funny too because I was even noticing that on stream. You know how you can crouch and you still get the throw animation, right? You actually have to test crouching moves for Kara throws as well.
Right.
Because it's really easy to do now, right? So I found out like Ryu's low roundhouse like moved you like seriously it was like 2 or 3 pixels.
Oh, okay.
It was completely pointless, But yeah, I guess they got rid of him. Chun-Li had a decent one, and I actually thought that made Chun-Li kind of interesting. But I guess they're getting rid of the.
They just give her a bigger throw range.
That's true, actually.
Why not?
Yeah,
I don't know. I hope that they do have different throw ranges. Anyway, so there's been this whole big conversation about whether that's good or whether it's limiting options. You know, not having jab into medium punch.
Right.
For me, it doesn't matter either way.
Right.
That doesn't matter to me. I started off in a game where lights like don't matter that much. In Super Turbo, most characters don't combo with lights. Couple, not many.
Right.
So it's not that big of a deal. But you still use jabs.
Right.
They're still useful. It's just not in the same sort of way, which is fine, I think.
Yeah, I mean, my opinion on it is like I don't mind having the jab links in there. I would just like to see them do a Guilty Gear kind of thing that if you hit them with jab, your combo just prorates to all hell.
Just don't do any damage.
Yeah, right? So as soon as you hit with a jab, it's like damage drop down to 70%. Another jab, times it by 0.7 again, you know, and just keep just doing that all day. And so basically the damage just keeps getting like killed the more jabs you put in there. And then I would be okay with it.
I think that's fine.
Because then, yeah, it does give a lot of people more options. And also it makes you want to think about it, too. Do I want to just go for the knockdown to get the setup? Or do I want to go for the damage? You know, it's kind of interesting, different uses between the moves. But we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so my thoughts on the whole concept that it's going to have a low skill ceiling and stuff like that. The way that I picture Street Fighter V right now, I'm actually not worried about the skill ceiling. Because I think when people play the game, it's going to be super fun. I'm worried about the audience. So the best example that I can give is that one year, I think it was Vanilla Marvel at EVO, I was standing on the stage next to Tragic.
Yeah.
And someone X-Factored and did some stupid 3-character comeback and killed. And the audience went nuts.
Yeah.
And Tragic looked at me, he was like, worst player mechanic, best audience mechanic. And it's true, right? So the problem with it is making a game fun to watch is very rarely in sync with making a game fun to play. While you're playing Street Fighter, it's going to be fun when you're getting thrown or this or mix up and you're just getting red all day. But what I've heard some complaints from some people is when they watch it, it's the same combos and it's the same sequences over and over again. Strong, scissor, or strong, sweep. It always looks the same. So you're going to see the same thing happen over and over and over again. And while the players playing it are going to be like, this is so sick, right? Like the people watching it, it's like cross Tekken. Short, strong, blah, into launch, into this. The footsies was really interesting, but it always resulted in 100% of the characters doing the same combo, which is light, medium, heavy, launch.
I mean, it didn't end up like that.
Yeah, it didn't
end
end
up
up
like month 1.
It was like year 1.
Well, okay, but among people who like the game.
Yeah. No, it got better afterwards, but it was too late by then.
It was
right?
too late. You're right. Yeah.
But the problem was everyone saw the same combos over and over and over again. That's what I'm worried about in Street Fighter V.
I mean, that happens in SF4.
Right.
In SF4, no character has more than like 3 combos.
Right.
That they bring out. Maybe there's like some theory combo that
right.
DJ does jump fierce, crouch fierce. That never happens. It doesn't. But instead, you just see like Rose does like crouching strong, or like close medium,
right,
or Faye does like jab rekka, or that's all. It's already in there.
Yeah.
No, I mean, really, like SF4 is not some super complex game. I think it has this reputation for nowadays, anyway, for being complex. Let me tell you, when the game came out, it had a reputation for being super simple and not worth strategy. Didn't have strategy. People thought it was just wait for your meter and then free escape, and then you're back to boring footsie game. That's what everybody thought about it. But it didn't end up like that, because a lot of people played it and spent the time to sort of figure out what was interesting in it. And I think that the same thing will happen for SF5. Like,
well, so here's the difference, right? I mean, even a lot of people in the stream are like, what, Street Fighter 4 all the same combos, right? It was all the same combo within the character, right? The problem is that it's the same combo for every character in Street Fighter V right now. Almost everybody is like strong special, strong sweep, strong special. Cammy does it, Ryu does it, Chun-Li does it, Bison does it. They all do strong special, strong special. At least, even though Evil Ryu's all did the same combo, it looks vastly different than a Fuerte combo, which looks vastly different than a Rufus combo. It's vastly different than a Honda combo, which is they all do the same combo over and over again, but they're different from each other, so the characters look different. But in this game, it's like cross up strong into special, cross up strong into special. Every character's like that. And
I mean, I remember when Marvel 3 came out and everybody was doing MMHS, and I remember thinking like, oh man, is this going to be the whole game?
Right.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not.
Yeah, for sure.
I just don't think that it's going to be that much of an issue. I think that there's a lot of people looking at SF4 with rose-colored glasses right now.
Which is common, which
makes sense.
Which everybody does.
Everybody does.
Right. With the older games. Yeah.
Sure. I do it with it. Well, I try not to do it with SD, but I'm sure I do it still. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to, but I'm sure I do it. Because that was my first game, and I'm sure people who grew up on SF4 will do the same. They are doing the same.
Yes.
It's already happening.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, there are people who were looking back at SF4 and now saying like, "Oh man,
this is the happiest game
I'm so happy to be done with this game."
Yeah.
People who played it for 6 years.
Yeah.
So. There's definitely a middle ground between those two, where it was a good game. Okay, it's not the greatest game. In my opinion, it's not the greatest game ever, but it was a good game. It lasted a long time. It had a great life. It had a lot of good stuff going for it, and it had some problems too.
Yeah.
So just you don't need to look at it and say, bring up things like that. Combos in SF5 seem like everybody does the same thing, because I get your point that at least different characters did different things, but within any character, there were like 2, maximum 3 relevant combos.
I mean, to be fair, I don't agree with what I'm saying necessarily right now. It's kind of like very devil's advocate-y kind of thing, because, I mean, like a lot of people talk about CVS2 and Third Strike and how great those games were, and they don't remember Top 8 at EVO.
Yeah, sure.
Like, it was just CVS2 Sagat and
like
Chun-Li.
Speaking of combos, CVS2 didn't have that many combos outside of sick combo videos. But on top of that, basically A groove.
Yeah.
And all the A groove things were boiled down to like get into your thing, and then you just did your thing.
Repeat over and over. Yeah.
It's super boring.
Exactly.
In Third Strike as Q, I think I had like 3 combos. That's it.
Yep. He only had like 1 bufferable move.
Oh, actually, he had 3.
Oh, okay.
One of them didn't combo into anything.
Right, backward roundhouse. I mean, was that only for parry bait?
Oh, come on. They spent no time on that character. I have no idea.
Okay.
Anyway, other characters were the same. Not that many characters had that many combos.
Right.
Yun had combos. Maybe Ken did, just because he was an all-around kind of character.
Because Shippu worked on everything.
Exactly.
That's why,
exactly.
So
that's really it.
Yeah.
And so it's never been the case that SF games have had lots of combos.
Right.
It's
exactly.
never been that case. It's
Yeah.
not gonna be that case. Every character will have 3 combos or what, something like that. It's not gonna be that many.
Right,
it's gonna be like every SF game where it's more about the mid range and finding opportunities and looking for hit confirms. That's it.
Right. Exactly. Like I said, I mean, I played it and I had a blast. I was really enjoying it. I didn't mind it so much. You know what I mean? And I was finding, like I said, interesting combos off of crush counters.
Right.
But it is kind of one of the reasons why I might be sad to see lights into mediums gone completely. Is because I was finding some variety out of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, different situations can produce different things. Like, Ryu could actually do low short stand jab into stand strong and stuff like that. It was kind of interesting. So, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I definitely... I don't have any problems with it. We're 6 characters into it.
Yeah. Well, there's 9 characters into it now. But
oh, yeah, that's fair enough.
But even still, presumably that's not as many as there are going to be.
Yeah, I mean, there's supposed to be 16 in this first release, right? Who knows what the hell is going to come up next week? I mean, dude, you're going to have a character like Dalsum. He's going to have no combos. Then
Right, which would be fine.
Right, and then maybe, like, they throw in Karen, and then she's got all these Rekkas, and she has all these, like, follow-ups or something like that, right? Oh, they put in Alex. He's a grappler. He has no combos. You know what I mean? Like, I would have no problem if he had no strong into something combos.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Because that's just the way it works. So
all I want is variety.
Yeah.
That's it. That's just the number one thing.
it's such a ridiculous long way to go that I just don't think it's really a concern right now. And plus, the other thing is,
I think you're probably right.
and I also feel like as well is they're really kind of billing this game. Like from the talk that they gave at EVO, the way I see them presenting the game is I don't expect it to be patched as often as Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
But I definitely feel like they're going to try to pull like more of a League of Legends kind of thing. Like maybe patch it after seasons or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because they said that there's only going to be one version of the game. They've already talked about this, how it's, you know, you never have to buy it again to get updates and stuff. So I feel like that they kind of have this model in mind. So for me personally, I believe that Street Fighter V is going to be a very liquid game. So I'm not expecting a lot of things. I expect if someone's overpowered, I expect it to get changed quickly. Let's just put it that way. So I don't expect it to be a very stagnant kind of game.
At CEO, I talked with some Capcom rep, and the person was asking, you know, MKX was up on the big screen, and I was telling the person how much I liked the game. True, I really like the game, but
we always have to qualify that.
I know I feel bad, but it's true.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's 100%. It's 100% true.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Anyway, so I was like, I really like the game. Just please don't do the super patching thing.
Right. Yeah.
And the person I was talking with was like, "Oh, you don't like that, huh?" And I was like, "No." Almost nobody likes it outside of the dedicated super hardcore NRS scene, and they're like, "Okay,
right.
Duly noted. Duly noted." Or that makes sense. You know, I explained why.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
I mean, like I said, the thing about it is because the worst thing about Mortal Kombat patches, honestly, was 1, the frequency, and 2, the unexpectedness of it.
Honestly, by far the number one for me was lack of knowing, not lack of certainty.
Right. If Street Fighter V basically said, look, we're going to patch on January 1st, April 1st, July 1st, and October 1st, and was just like that, then you'd be like, okay, then I know once this comes out, I can practice my stuff, knowing that every event I go to during that time frame, I can play how I expect to play.
You know it.
You know, whereas like everyone at EVO, like after CEO happened, like you know all the Tanya players are just sitting there like, it's coming down.
Yeah, they were. And they were right.
And they were right, exactly. So, you know, as long as we have like set schedules or something like that, you know, and if they do it well so that it's built around the tournament season, like I honestly would just like to see them do 2 patches a year.
That'd be very nice.
So Capcom Pro Tour starts in March. After EVO, patch. Use everything that everyone's learned up to then, patch it, go all the way, Capcom Cup, done, patch.
Sounds good.
And then start, you know, March again and do it again.
Basically like January or February and then July or August.
Right, exactly. It's twice a year, and I think that would be that would be the best schedule.
Sounds
because
great
then
to
everyone
me.
can play it, and then everyone knows that what they're learning builds up to EVO. What I'm learning now, I know I can use at EVO. Then EVO's done. What I'm learning now, I can use at Capcom Pro Tour. Guaranteed. If they just set it up like that, perfect.
Agreed, dude.
Perfect. So, yeah. 2 is too few. 2 is too much.
Well, there's always going to be disagreements about it.
Yeah.
And you know, whatever the middle ground is, I'm cool with. I just don't want it to be. I want there to be certainty, and I want it to not be super often.
Right.
I feel like that's not asking a whole lot.
And you know what? If they want to throw out a hot fix because they just all of a sudden someone found this ridiculous glitch or something turns out too powerful.
Sure.
Let's do it.
Look, if there are glitches, fix it.
Right. Right.
If there are.
If like a character turns out to be like 6'4" or better against everybody, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if there's some obviously broken stuff, but still, honestly, even in that case, give us a couple of months.
Yeah. Okay,
give us a while.
Fair enough. Yeah. Yep. So hopefully it works out that way. So.
Well, we'll see. This is all big time speculation.
That's what makes it fun.
That's true. All right.
So let's talk about some miscellaneous stuff over here, really quick.
Some of this is big stuff.
Yeah. Dude. So last week, crazy rumors started after NLBC, and then there were some clarifications and stuff. It's not great news. It's not good news. It's still kind of bad news. Basically, last week, NLBC Spooky started getting kind of mad on stream because he said something was going down and that NLBC was closing, and so that tomorrow is going to be next level. So that tomorrow is the last NLBC, basically, right? And so there's a lot of frustration, but then apparently it just turned out the 2 owners, including Henry Sen, had like a disagreement, and then Sen came out and clarified. It's like, look, I'm in the lease until February, so no matter what, the arcade is staying open till February, but then that's when it's closing. So regardless, it sounds like there's a definite closing date. So whether it's tomorrow or it's February, it still sucks.
Yeah, for sure.
Right? So I don't even know if tomorrow is still supposed to be the last NLBC because people are talking about it like it is. Like I saw Chris G said that he's going to fly out to go and play at the last one and all these crazy things like that. So I don't know if that's actually going to be the last one. I don't know if Spooky's completely done now because he's frustrated or whatever. So I'm not sure what's going on in that situation, but it's a really unfortunate situation. And if it does indeed close in February, hopefully Henry could find a new home and, you know, at least another backer or a partner or something like that. So
it just seems like it's just happens, you know. It seems like it keeps happening.
Dude, arcades are like the worst luck right now.
It's the thing is that it's not about luck. You know, I know you and I have talked about this.
Mm-hmm.
Arcades are just run in an archaic way.
Oh, so some people are saying that Spooky said he's still going to do NLBC. Okay, I hope so. I hope that's true. I hope that's true. So we'll find out tomorrow. In case.
No, I that's what I've heard too.
Oh, okay.
I heard the same thing, but wasn't sure. So
I haven't heard anything outside of
heard.
Spooky saying that he was closing it. That's the last thing I heard from Spooky. So yeah.
Anyway, look, honestly, arcades and LAN centers and stuff are run like it's 15, 20 years ago. They still are. They're geared for very particular segments of the population, and those tend not to be super profitable. You know, I mean, you're not gearing it toward families. I mean, for example, round 1 doing great.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Round 1 is doing fantastically because it has bowling and billiards, and you can drink there, and it has, what are you looking for? Karaoke. It has karaoke. That's right, it does. and it has those little crane games. It just has a lot of stuff. Among the actual video game arcade part of it, fighting games are there, but it's not the majority of stuff. There's a whole bunch of crap in there that people want to play. So they're doing well because they have all of these things, and I'm not bullish on the idea of things like Next Level and
right.
You know, Super Arcade living forever, and that seems to have been borne out. So while I will still support them, of course, because they're really important for the culture that matters to me a lot, I just really wish that they would do it a little bit differently.
Yeah.
And I know you feel the same way.
Yeah, I mean, look, like I said, before arcades were packed with machines because it was the only place you could play them. And so you needed to put as many machines as you could in there. Now, everything that you play at home is better than what you can get at arcades, right? Unless it's like gigantic thing, right?
Right.
So you don't
Some
make
novelty.
Yeah, so you no longer, and then the novelty games, they have to cost like $2 to play. Otherwise, you can't make your money back on those gigantic novelty games, right? So you can't make them a place that's wall-to-wall games anymore. You have to make them a hangout place, a place where people can go, have fun, to chill, have a space for an afternoon and stuff like that. That's the important thing right there.
You know, I thought Watts had some cool ideas when it came to revamping Super Arcade. Having a sort of dedicated stream station and a place where people can meet up and watch streams that are going on elsewhere. I thought those were really cool ideas. I wanted to see more of that kind of stuff.
Well, he's teaming up with World 8 now, so they're going to sell like stuff, like trinkets and games and stuff
that's
like
fantastic.
That. Yeah, that's awesome. I think that's great.
I really feel like you need to have something that's not just the game. So you got to have something else there.
But one of the things, though, is that it does have to be something that will keep people there. Yeah. So, like, having a store in there is good, but like I said, like we were talking about round one, you know, there's bowling, people will stick around, or you drink. They have food, so you'll just stick around, and then as you're sitting there, you're like, I'm gonna go play a game, and you're just gonna go and play one of those arcade games. Because you're there to spend the day, you're gonna sit down and play games. You know what I mean? But you need to get people into the room. Getting them to play the games isn't the problem. It's getting them into the building is the problem.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I know that round one takes a gigantic amount of capital.
Oh, yeah.
They're very large spaces, so that kind of stuff is probably not realistic, especially in a place like New York.
Right.
Where it just costs so much money to do anything. But that doesn't mean that you can't come up with sort of more novel ideas or have some interesting partnership or sort of just do things a little bit differently.
Did the Dragon Lounge in NorCal close?
Oh, I have no idea what's going on up there.
Yeah, because they used to have that one place.
Wasn't that like 5 years ago?
They used to go there a long time ago. I know they don't go there now. I don't know if it's because...
That was a long time.
It was a long time ago. It was like vanilla Marvel days. Yeah. It was vanilla Marvel days. So I don't know if it's closed. But I mean, the Foundry, you can get drinks at the Foundry. So people go to the Foundry and hang out.
Foundry's a great example.
But Foundry's huge. I don't know who's affording that rent. Dude.
You're right. Foundry, I'm not sure what the deal is there. But it's great that you can go there and drink and stuff.
So Dragon Lounge is closed. Okay, yeah. But yeah, you can go there and drink, and it's a hangout place. It's a hangout place. Yeah. That's the important part. So, yeah.
Well, all right. Anyway, so
speaking of
next, to hear about NL.
Yeah, but speaking of Next Level Arcade, I guess this is a awkward timing to announce this, but the guys who did the King of Chinatown documentary are doing a follow-up documentary about Next Level Arcade. And I said I guess they want it ready by 2016, but I mean, that's going to be weird. Are you going to release the documentary on the day that it's closing now, you know? I mean, it's kind of an unfortunate situation, but they are trying to do a documentary, and I think that's really cool. It's always good to see information about the scenes. Yeah. Like, one of my favorite things still is 1 year at EVO we showed Bang the Machine, and Watson starts going in on Eddie Lee, and it's like building up like all this tension. And Smooth Viper, you know, the Marvel 2 player who's very, very confrontational and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, he ran up to me like in the middle of it, and he was like, "Yo, it was like that back then." I just thought it was so funny because, you know, obviously the Marvel 2 scene is very contentious,
right,
you know. Yeah. So he was surprised. So it's always good to capture these kind of moments and capture, you know, these time capsule things like that. So, yeah. But yeah, they're gonna make a documentary from that. So Psycho Crusher Productions. Hopefully that will come out next year. So. And then, lastly, I guess we wanted to talk a little bit more about that Boston event.
Right. So the question is, how to deal with security.
Yeah. If you just tuned in and you didn't see us talk about it earlier, there was the two guys who were threatening to shoot up the Pokemon World Championships. They were caught by the Boston police, and nothing happened. But that's where the Pokken event happened, where a lot of the FGC guys. And so this kind of brought up the issue where the Hado, a.k.a. Rick, a.k.a. the guy who runs Combo Breaker and does he's one of the premier fighting game tournament producers now. You know, he's one of the guys who does a lot of the work. He sent out a tweet and was like, "Do people want to see armed guards at fighting game events now to feel safer?" You know, I don't know, like, what do you...
I mean, you can predict what I want to say, right?
Fair enough.
Whenever we go through airport security, which is pretty frequently. Actually, I think I haven't been so ranty lately.
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
sure if I have been, but certainly for a long period of time, I was very ranty. Whenever that sort of situation came up, and I just really hate security of that sort because I feel like it's not real. If somebody wants to bomb something, I feel like they can do it, and all this is doing is making plebes feel like it's all good, which is which I don't care about. It's a show, it's security theater.
Like the metal detectors at Six Flags.
Yeah, but also like things that they have you step through, the millimeter wave detection or whatever they're called. Yeah, where you can literally tape something in this little area here, and it won't be seen because it's looking at things that are reflecting off your body. It's all very stupid in my opinion. So I really don't want that sort of BS to like infect more of my life.
Right.
I really don't.
Gotcha.
I feel like it's such a minuscule risk, like not a risk. Like it's not a risk. I mean,
because the main question that Rick was asking is that if we do put security, it also raises venue fees. You have to raise the venue fees, right? So it's not like it's just something that's just going to happen. It's going to affect everybody, and for what? For possibly nothing, right?
For like almost certainly nothing.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. The Starving Gamer sent us a tweet that said the threats were actually more explicit, and photos of the arsenal were posted to Facebook by the would-be shooters for this Boston thing.
Right,
so it's not just that they were caught on a complete whim almost.
Right. Okay.
There was more to it than that, and I think that tends to be the case, and it's pretty rare. Look, terrorism is super easy. Honestly, anybody could do it.
You know, you say that, and the reason why I had no reaction right away because I was like, "Oh my God, he's right." And it's just like it was really hard for me to have a reaction to that because it's terrifying, but at the same time, it's so true.
It's like the easiest thing.
Yeah.
All you gotta do is buy like a few chemicals. It's super easy.
Dude, we were talking about this at the airport, right?
Yes.
Remember how I was saying like how easy it must be just to take somebody's luggage on a carousel and walk away?
Of course.
But that just doesn't happen.
Of course, yeah. That's the point.
Right, yeah.
There are these things that are super easy to do that nobody's doing, or that such a tiny percentage of people are doing, that to catch 99% of them means that you effectively get rid of all of them because 50 people did it, and 99% of people is going to effectively catch everybody. So when it comes to especially something like shooting up FGC events, it's like it's never happened. We don't even have like the jerk who got caught trying to set his underwear on fire and was too much of an idiot to do that. You know, this was like 10, 15 years ago.
Okay.
There's the underwear bomber. You never heard about the underwear bomber? Somebody had explosive underwear, and they didn't light it on fire properly because they're too stupid or something. Who knows?
The hardest part, honestly, to be about it though, is just that.
How did people not know about this? This was a big news story at the time.
It's just like like you say that it doesn't happen, it hasn't happened. All it takes is that one time, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right, and that's a cost of living.
Right.
When I got in the car and I drove here, I took a risk.
Yeah.
And I did, and that risk is greater than the risk that I take of getting shot up at a fighting game tournament when I go to a fighting game tournament.
Yeah,
it's
true.
It's definitely greater.
Yeah.
But I'm willing to live in a way that is less fettered by nonsense because that's not worth it to me.
Right. And you know, I mean, let's say that they did decide to do something like that. You know, I don't want an armed guard walking around with the uniform or whatever like that. I'd rather have it be like one of those airplane things where you can't tell that they're the actual TSA agent kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess if it has to happen, then I'd rather not be right in my face.
Yeah, and then also, I mean, like, if we had, like, Jaha there or Gustavo, you know, I just don't think we'd have any problems anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah, Jaha. Chris Lee, just clone Chris Lee, right?
Yeah, he would just, like, super lariat somebody and they're done, dude, so, yeah. Dude, L.I. Joe, yeah, dude, all these guys, dude.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
So, look, risk and reward is a real concept that a lot of people ignore because it's...
If it's a daily thing, they don't care, right?
Right,
but you know, if it's fear...
It's like people getting on an airplane and being scared about it,
right.
which is not It's not reasonable.
Right. Yeah,
and people know that, you know what I mean? But they're like they're still scared.
Yeah.
But it's not.
I know so many people.
It's not objectively
like that.
reasonable. By far, the more dangerous part of your trip was driving to the airport. Not the.
Yeah.
It is, statistically speaking.
Getting out of your house, like getting out of your street, is like the most dangerous part.
Yeah, almost nobody dies in an airplane.
Right.
You know?
Okay, so here's.
Sometimes. Rarely.
Do you have anything else? Because we were talking about this and something else came up in my mind.
Let's not have security theater, all right?
Yeah. So. I forgot what the guy's name was. I apologize. So, someone on the East Coast put up a video of him doing, like, all these pull-ups on a bar. And he came down and was like, yo, West Coast fighting game community, like, you need to get in on this because, like, we got, like, Kraymore, we got, like, he started naming all these, like, super buff East Coast guys. He's like, I know, like, in the West Coast you've got, like, Gustavo, but, like, you guys need to get in on this, like, exercise thing and stuff like that.
Really?
Yeah, and it's really interesting, too, because I know, like, for guys like Daigo and all of them, like, I was actually talking to Mike Martin, you know, the guy who writes for Red Bull and stuff like that. And he was telling me stories about how Daigo was the one who convinced Bonchan to lose a lot of weight and stuff like that and really tone up because he was like, this will improve your fighting game thing. It'll do all these things like that. And it actually makes a lot of sense, you know, in terms of just like being healthy and stuff like that, you know. And he called out all these West Coast people. He linked this to me on Facebook, and my response was, I'm like, dude, don't leave out Combo Fiend. Because Combo Fiend is like, he's so, dude, Combo Fiend is ridiculous now. Dude, I don't know what, Combo Fiend scares me now, dude. Like, I go up to him like, hey, you should really, actually, never mind. You know? Because seriously, he scares me now.
Yeah, dude, go up and give the guy a bro hug, and you never actually reach him. You're just stuck in the chest. You never actually get him.
Seriously, dude. Yeah, I know, dude. But like, I think it's actually kind of funny, and the only reason why I bring it up is because there's nothing wrong with getting healthy. So I think that kind of a nice challenge is kind of neat. Yeah. So if West Coast people wanna get in on that and like start trying to work out a little bit more power to it.
Well, that makes sense. What about Low Tier God?
Low Tier, he was one of the guys he mentioned.
Furthermore, what about Oliver Lang?
Oh yeah, he didn't mention Oliver, but he did mention Low Tier God. He mentioned Low Tier God.
Oliver Lang is a good one.
But see, the tricky thing is that Oliver, because he does martial arts, it's that very lanky kind. So he doesn't get. He's not like Combo Fiend. Right?
He's not bulky, but I think I'd probably like Oliver over a lot of people.
Yeah. Dude, Combo Fiend, like they should call him like Combolo Young Fiend or something, because he looks like Bolo Young now, doesn't he? He kind of has that, you know, that Chong Li.
Sort of like from here below.
He's got that Chong Li look, dude. Yeah, so for sure. So, but I think that's kind of neat. I've actually been thinking about it a lot, trying to get myself in shape and stuff like that. That's why I try to stop drinking sodas, and I'm failing miserably. But
really?
You know, whatever, it's all good.
I didn't know you were working on that.
Yeah, because it lasted like 2 or 3 days, and then it stopped.
I don't really work out that much. It's something that I always mean to do, but honestly, when I work, this sounds stupid. When I work out, I gain weight, and and not intentionally, but like.
Right, but it's muscle mass, right? Isn't that what it is?
Sometimes.
Like, that's what a lot of people do when they work out. They gain weight because...
I don't even mean lifting weights. I mean, like, when I run for a week, I weigh 5 pounds more.
What the hell?
Maybe it's muscle.
It's probably leg muscle, because you're a pretty skinny guy already, right?
I'm just saying, I gain weight and things don't fit anymore.
Jesus.
When I work out.
Jesus.
So then I'm like, all right, let's put the kibosh on this. And this just happened. I got up to like the 160s, which I hadn't been for a long time, and then I stopped working out.
You got up to 160?
Yeah, and in the 160s.
In the 160s.
Plural. And now I'm back down in the 150s, about 155, just because. And things fit as a result.
I can't even remember the last time I was 150 pounds. I think that was like probably between like high school and college.
Look, I am not a ripped man, right? By any stretch. Although when I was in college, I really did work out hard, and I was relatively ripped. I was never like a big 6-pack dude, but I had muscles. Even then, maximum weight, low 160s. so my body just figures out a way to like stay within the same zone.
Right. If I could get down to 160 again, that would be a miracle. Because that would be my goal. Like if I really tried really hard, that's a hefty goal.
Yeah.
Literally a hefty goal.
Yeah.
So not gonna happen for me. So yeah. But we'll see what happens. So. But yeah, no, I thought that was kind of neat. Like it was one of those
cool.
It was one of those challenge video things that I saw and I was like, you know what? There's nothing like this is cool. Like I'm totally down with this. You know, I think this would be funny to spread around a little bit and such like that. So,
I'm down with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Would be a good goal.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly, if I just didn't drink so much soda, I would shrink. I would shrink so fast because I drink. The problem is, like, when I stop drinking sodas, what do I replace it with? Like, all these super sweet fruit drinks.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, there was one time where I stopped drinking sodas, and I just bought all these fruit juices, and I would drink them, like, at dinner and, like, before I went to sleep, and I gained so much weight.
Wow.
Because I would just be getting all these, like, these kind of, like, unhealthier ones, I guess. I don't know. Actually, it's just, like, grape juice. It's, like, pure Welch's grape juice, you know? But, dude, I would gain so much weight from fruit juices. It was really weird. Like, if you actually look at a can of Pepsi, like, not even Diet Pepsi, and then you look at a can of grape juice, like, same amounts, like, Pepsi always has the least amount of calories out of all of them. It's really weird. It's still not good for you because there's, at least out of fruit juice, I can get, like, something valuable out of fruit juice,
I guess.
Right? I'm getting nothing. There's nothing valuable in a soda.
Yeah. Oh, there's caffeine in there.
Yeah, I guess it's true.
I mean, that's why you drink it, right? Ultimately.
Yeah. And I'm addicted to the taste of Pepsi, but it could be the caffeine. I don't know. So.
I mean, I dated a girl who. That's kind of a weird tense to use, but in any case, she did not like coffee without sugar, and so she always drank coffee with a lot of sugar. But she realized ultimately that in sort of like cutting out things in her diet, that's where like a giant amount of sugar was coming from. It's just the fact that she wanted to drink coffee.
Yeah.
She didn't. So anyway, she cut out the sugar slowly, and ultimately she just went black with it, and now she likes the coffee taste.
Gotcha.
Your body figures it out.
Yeah, for sure. Cause like I can't drink sparkling water because it tastes so good.
Sparkling water is awful.
Oh, you think so too?
Yeah. Why would you drink sparkling? That's always been confusing to me.
Because a lot of people like it. A lot of people actually like sparkling water.
It doesn't quench your thirst. It doesn't taste good. What
it's
are you
so
doing
bitter.
with it?
It's so bitter.
Yeah.
Like to me, I don't know, but yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, like a lot of people are saying that I'm addicted to sugar. Like I actually don't eat a lot of sweet things. It's just soda. It's just actually that's not even true because I've been eating a lot of pastries recently. That's not good.
Dude, you put sugar in your pasta.
The spaghetti sauce, yeah. But that's not because. That's just because that's how. So my mom was scared we would think spaghetti was too sour.
Yeah.
Right? So she made our spaghetti sauce by adding a ton of sugar in there. And so when I cook it myself, that's what I do. I never add sugar to any pasta I eat anywhere else. Yeah, I know. Dude, it's so yeah, it sounds totally gross. It does
that. Well, look, I know that a lot of pasta sauces come with sugar.
Right.
A lot of them do.
So and also, like, if you actually eat spaghetti in the Philippines, it's actually, usually they add a lot more sugar to it. Like, actually, like, if you eat at a Jollibee and eat, like, their spaghetti, it's actually a little sweeter than most spaghetti.
It's not uncommon to have sweet pasta sauce.
Yeah.
I just wanted to rip on
but,
it.
Like, I don't actually do that anytime I eat spaghetti anywhere, except when I make my own spaghetti. Because now it's my mom's secret recipe kind of thing, you know what I mean? So it's just like, that's just the way it works. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I probably am addicted to sugar, to be honest with you, because I do. There was one point where, like, I just kept going to this donut place nearby me and eating donuts all the time. Yeah, no, people are right. I've been eating, like, carrot cakes and stuff. And
carrot cake is good, though.
Carrot cake is amazing.
I like carrot cake a lot.
I still really want. The only problem with Kentley making me a carrot cake is that I would just end up. I would eat the whole thing by myself. I need to find an occasion where there's like a party or something like that. You know what I mean?
I meant to bring these macaroons over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
you know I would have eaten them.
Yeah, they're really good.
Dude, red velvet cake. Oh my god, so good. So good, dude.
I think I'm really lucky when it comes to that stuff because I just don't have much of a sweet tooth.
Okay.
And I can't eat that much sugar before my body just sort of starts to revolt a little bit.
Right.
I know that's not everybody's shtick, so I'm really happy that it turned out like that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it is what you grow up. Because, I mean, everybody that
That's
I've talked to says that once you quit soda, like, you can't drink it anymore. Like, it's so ridiculously sweet. Like, it's so sweet.
I mean, I haven't liked soda since I was maybe like 8 or 9.
Right, exactly. So, I mean, honestly, if I, like, stopped drinking soda, I would probably get to that point again, you know? Where
I told you the story of why I stopped drinking soda, right?
I remember you mentioned it on stream. I remember it was a weird reason. I can't remember what it was anymore.
It was because I heard that Michael Jackson didn't like Pepsi.
So you wanted to be like Mike?
Yeah. That is exactly why.
That's right, I remember
and then for some reason I just applied it to everything. I don't know.
Yeah.
Little kid.
It's a different be like Mike, yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Dude, I almost wish I had something like that.
Yeah,
you know, because then I wouldn't be drinking soda. The hardest part, honestly, is that if you don't drink soda, really water is the only option. Because the thing is, like, when I'm at work, we go to lunch, it's like a freaking fast food court at a mall.
Yeah.
Or we drive to a Baja Fresh or something that, you know, and it's like, you don't get a lot of drink options there. And it's really, and plus everything comes with a combo. You know what I mean? So it always comes with a drink anyway. So it's just, water is like the
Water's the thing,
yeah. Water.
That's what you gotta drink. That's what you gotta drink.
And the worst part about it, too.
Good.
The worst part about it, too, is when I'm eating food and then I drink water. Dude, water is so good.
I know it's so good.
It's so good.
It's the best.
Like, it tastes so good. Like, when you drink that refreshing cup of ice water, like, when you're eating, like, hot food and stuff like that, it's so good. But I'm addicted to this Coke thing, and it's like...
I feel like it doesn't mess with the flavors going on.
Right, yeah. Yeah. I'm making tough decisions. You can see my brain. People in the chat can actually see my brain like going, come on, James. You can do this, James. I believe in you, James.
Yeah.
You can do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Oh, man. Yeah, exactly. It's actually not even Coke. It's Pepsi, really, to be honest with you, that I'm addicted to. So I've been trying to drink a lot more 7-Up instead, but 7-Up has a higher salt content, and so 7-Up has a higher ability to give you high blood pressure, so it's actually not as good in some weird way. So
that sucks.
Any case.
Anyway, was there anything else that you wanted to talk about? I see there's a Splatoon mention.
I mean, I have Splatoon. Have you gotten a chance to try Rainmaker much at all?
I haven't
or anything
played
like that?
Rainmaker yet.
Oh, okay. It's actually kind of fun. And honestly, like, so every time I play, I've just been streaming it, and I always end up with these private lobbies with all like the UltraChen viewers and stuff like that. It's super fun. The people who are playing it, I mean, they're all super good too, which is really what's crazy about it. But Rainmaker's really cool.
Okay.
Rainmaker's really cool.
I'll try it out.
You know, I still prefer Turf War, and I really wish that they would create like a ranked mode for Turf War. It has to be a different thing though, because the scoring system is completely different, so it would have to be a separate ranking. But I hate the fact that you can't do like build up your rank in Turf mode.
Agreed.
You can only do it in like Tower and Splat Zone and Rainmaker. Rainmaker is my favorite so far because Splat Zone forces you into certain areas and Tower forces you to follow this thing. Rainmaker, everyone chases after the Rainmaker, but the person holding the Rainmaker can go anywhere they want.
Right.
So there's still a little bit of freedom there. And like when you're actually diving into the ink with the Rainmaker, you do disappear off the map.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I thought that was kind of interesting. So you can actually try to do some stealthy things with the Rainmaker.
That's
so
interesting.
I actually really like that. That's my favorite ranked mode out of all of them. So.
I mean, I like the Tower. I think Tower is cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. I don't feel like it's the case that everybody has to be right next to the tower. You can like sort of stake out spots that you know are important to reach the tower.
Right.
I think it's fun. I just really prefer turf war, man. I just like that idea. I think it's really the best.
You see Mario 1080p. He's one of the guys who comes in there and plays all the time. Yeah. I've even given him mod status because he's
good call.
giving me a lot of wins, and I just need mods in my Splatoon stream.
He's definitely blown you. Well, he's blown me out too. I should say. Blown us up.
But I mean, I even joked too. I was like, you know what? Because my ranked is like C- right now. My ranked is really low, so I was like, I'm just gonna stream rank mode and just pick 3 people and just keep swapping out 3 people to help level me up in rank. I was like, whoever gets me to A+, like I'll mod them.
What a useless prize.
Yeah, dude, everyone was like, oh, I'm in there.
Oh,
so,
really?
yeah, for sure, yeah. So a lot of people are happy about that. So I mean, I'm in C- because the only time I ever play ranked is with random people. And so when you play with random people, you can't ever be guaranteed that you'll have good players with you, right? And then I got up to like B- at one point in time. Then I played with some friends, and it was only 3 of us, and they kept pairing us up against 4 people teams.
Oh, wow.
And as fair as they tried to make it by making you respawn quicker when you're 3 people, it just doesn't help.
It doesn't matter.
It just you're just so dead.
The reason my rank is low is just because I like turf war way better. Right. So I only play turf war almost.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, no, Splatoon, dude. It's like the more I keep playing it, just like the strategies and just like the skills just like get so ridiculously high in that game, and I cannot use chargers to save my life, dude. I am so bad with sniper guns.
Yeah, I don't like snipers. Chargers.
Yeah, like they're actually super good. Like if you I've fought against people who are super good at it, and honestly, I feel like at the highest levels they might be the best guns out of all of them, because when I've played against high level people. Like there was one on the I know it feels crazy, but like on Moray Towers, like the opposing team had 2 good snipers and they just stuck them in 2 spots and like we couldn't do a thing, right? And like
you don't pick a splash wall.
You know what, actually?
Because I feel like splash wall guns basically destroy
snipers.
Chargers, yeah.
It's hard because you can't advance too far forward while the splash wall is just kind of sitting there.
Dude, Jet Squelcher, I'm telling you, is ridiculous.
Oh yeah,
Jet Squelcher range is almost max charger range.
Oh really?
Not quite, but it's almost there. So you just sort of throw a thing, and then if they want, I feel like you destroy chargers.
Dude, you know what though? I will say one thing though. So I've been using the 59-gallon with the splash wall recently, right? Splash wall effectiveness has dropped dramatically thanks to the slosher.
Oh, really?
The bucket just goes right over the wall. It just goes right over. Like I would fight bucket guys and I would throw it out and then I'd just die. And I'd be like, I was like, what happened? So it's like that weapon is there almost like I feel like specifically to counter the splash wall in a weird way.
Interesting.
It made me really upset because I was like, I'm gonna learn this weapon. I'm gonna have fun with the splash wall, and then just people started sloshing me all day. And I mean,
people have gotten better at it, playing against it in general.
Yeah,
so
that's true,
now
that's true.
I feel like it's more about misdirection almost than actually just standing behind it. It's good.
Yeah. No, but it's I'm having a blast with that game, and I'm gonna try to stream it some more. So
cool. Let me know when you're gonna.
Yeah.
I'll play.
Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. Yeah. So I mean, tomorrow I don't know. Are you planning to stream any Street Fighter V tomorrow night?
I can't do it tomorrow night.
Okay, I'll probably try to stream. Then I'll try to stream some Street Fighter V tomorrow night then, because I don't have plans.
Okay.
But yeah.
Jeez.
So I'll try to stream some Street Fighter V. So tune in, guys, tomorrow. The beta's running until tomorrow. So yeah, that should be fun.
Cool. I'm looking forward to going home and seeing that Birdie and Cammy are there.
Yeah, they're there. So. Are you gonna stream tonight? Maybe.
We'll see how tired I am when I get.
Okay. Sounds good. Okay, but in any case, that's all I got. So.
Okay, cool. I guess that's about it.
All right, cool. Again. Subscribe twitch.tv/UltraChenTV and twitch.tv/jchensor, twitch.tv/UltraDavid, because in situations like, let's say David did want to stream Street Fighter V and he's streaming on UltraChenTV, then I would stream on jchensor, and vice versa. If I'm there, then you would stream on UltraDavid. And in fact, if we play Splatoon, one of us will probably be on UltraChenTV, the other one will probably be on our personal channels.
That
and
makes
stuff
sense.
Like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, gives us a chance.
By the way,
so.
would you like me to put on YouTube the Splatoon videos? You know,
Oh
sort of
no,
the
that's
streams?
that's
Not
fine.
bother?
Nah, it's not. It's all good. It's all because the thing about it is you're only watching one view, so you don't get the whole like kind of crazy experience and stuff like that. Unless people want to see them. I mean, if people want to see them, more power to them. But
Okay, well, let us know.
if you want it, yeah, then tweet at UltraChenTV. Let us know if you want to put up the replays of the Splatoon. I don't think they're that important, to be honest with you.
You know, just in general, when I've been streaming a bunch lately, Rising
Yeah,
Thunder,
yeah,
and stuff, and I don't
uh.
think I've put any of those on YouTube,
Yeah, neither have I.
just because I haven't thought anybody wanted to see them. But if people care about it, let me know. I'll do that.
Okay, cool. All right, cool. All right, thanks for tuning in, everyone, and have a good night.